Hey guys, it's the Items Foremost and welcome to this brand new The Sims 4 Let's Build episode. So this is episode number 4 and today we're finishing, mostly the entire exterior of the building because I have actually finished the build right now by the time I'm recording this. It's sort of hard for me to remember what I have built yet at the end of this episode and what I haven't built yet. But for as far as I can remember, we're nearly finished with all the wall paintings at the end of this episode. So that's pretty good. Because it was sort of hard to come up with a cool idea for the wall paintings, and I'm not too sure whether everyone will like it or not, but I personally think it was definitely something new, and it does really fit the theme of a nightclub, so therefore I'm very happy with it. But please let me know what you think of it. Of course, remember that you can always download this building once I've finished it, so once episode 6 and the overview are online. But until then, yes, you've probably got to do it with what I come up with, but personally I think it's pretty cool, and I was very happy to see all the very enthusiastic comments on all the episodes so far, because everyone seems to be very happy about this new series and everyone seems to be very interested in it. So I'm happy with that. Also, I saw some great comments or some happy comments about the fact that the Let's Build a Wellness Center series is continuing, because yes it is, because one of my viewers rebuilt it. I have actually I've got the opportunity to just continue the series because I've simply got the file again. I lost it when my PC crashed, but now I've got access to it again because it was rebuilt, which is totally fantastic. So I'm going to continue working on that after this series is over, and I'm really looking forward to actually seeing the lot again, because so far I've not actually looked at it yet, but I'm going to look at it just after this video already maybe. But as you can see, the color combination that I went for in this for the nightclub is green with orange, because I thought those were sort of different colors. The orange is because the dance floor objects are orange, and I felt like that was quite a special color. In the end, I'm actually coloring the entire pool orange as well, and the green, I'm not sure why I chose the green yet. What was the reason for it? Because at some point, the reason I added the orange, because I started with the green, and that's because it's green turquoise sort of, but the green is because it fits the rest of the skyscraper building, and the orange is to make it a little bit stranger, because if you only use the green it becomes way too clinical and really looks like a hospital, which is not what we want, because a hospital and like a nightclub are like the things which are like the furthest apart that they can be, in my opinion. But therefore I decided to go for a very different color, so orange, and I'm turning the colors of the pool into orange as well, so the floor and the wall type of the pool, because that makes it seem as if you're swimming in lava, and I thought that was like really cool, because I never tried it before, but it seemed like a really cool idea to me, even though it's not as realistic maybe, or for some of you it might not be like the best idea. I personally think it's really cool, and normally I'm the one who doesn't really like those ideas, so I guess other people, so the viewers will like it as well, or at least I hope so. But I'm just changing the colors around the building, finishing up the last windows here and there as well, and it was, like I said, sort of hard to come up with something, because as you just saw, I got started pretty quickly, but all the time that I'm building right now, I wasn't really sure whether I liked this or not, so I just kept moving around, looking around, not too sure whether I liked it, but I just went for it. And now looking back at it and having seen the entire end result, I personally think that this is really cool, and just the entire build in general has turned out to be very cool, because the interior is it's just special. I've added very many different places, and it's just modern but still luxurious, really fitting the nightclub vibe, in my opinion. So in case you're watching this a little bit later and that episode is online already, I would definitely recommend to check that out, because I'm sure you'll like it. But before you check that out, or just maybe it's not even online yet by the time I'm uploading this, just let me know what you think of the progress in this episode, because even though I have already finished the entire build, I can still change things for the overview. So if you've got really cool ideas, please leave them in the comment section, and then if it's a really good idea, I might actually adjust the building to fit your idea, I guess. So yeah, here I'm just making a sitting area, sort of fancy, maybe a little bit separated from the rest for the more rich people, I guess, or just for the very fancy like invites or something, maybe the family of the DJs that are playing. And from there you've just got a sofa which you can chill on, and also you've got a great view over the city. Yeah, there I did something with the tables, which I thought, maybe that's cool, but it didn't really turn out as nice as I'd hoped it would. So I just decided to change that, go for something a little bit more normal, I guess. And also, by the way, for this building, I've really spent much time trying to get the lighting correct, because of course in the nightclub, you're mainly going to be there at night, obviously. So I just sort of adjusted all the lights to actually fit and to work out like fine, because normally I don't really think too much about the lighting, but yeah, it is pretty important, and especially for a nightclub which you only look at night, I thought it was important to think about the lighting plan. So I did, and in the end it really worked out good in my opinion. Also for the interior, I didn't just put down the lights which gave as much color as I could, which I normally do obviously. If you watch my videos, you definitely notice that I just always put one type of light, because that gives like the best white light, which not the yellow light, but just the white light, which it just looks good and gives you a good impression of what the colors look like. But now I went for some more like atmospheric light as well. So yeah, here I'm adding a waterfall in a second, because I just realized like, oh, we've got that item, and that just fitted that area perfectly, and I thought it was just really cool, so I just crammed it in there. And I still think it's pretty awesome how you can swim from one side of the nightclub all the way to the other side, and just the general idea of being able to swim at the nightclub, even though it might not be the most realistic thing, even though, you know, pool parties are a thing, right? Yeah, it's still pretty cool in my opinion, especially since it looks like lava now, so that's like crazy in my opinion. So I'm just adding some typical items for a nightclub right now, some good lights, some like lasers and all that kind of stuff, just to make it look more like a nightclub, because otherwise it's just sort of a strange colored building with many bars. But now with all those nightclub lights and just the general lighting around the entire building, which I think turned out pretty cool, it really does look like something cool in my opinion. So here I fixed the lighting again, and then now the waterfall looked really cool. I added this light inside just to see what it would look like when you were outside, what like the inside of the building would look like, because that's sort of important in my opinion. When when you look from the outside and it's all dark, inside it's sort of strange, as if there's like no life. So I just wanted to update myself a little bit on what it would look like when it's finished. So I just added that light, and here I'm just continuing working on like adding the wallpapers, the wall paintings to the rest of the building, and just some doors which I'd forgotten. I just realized that. And yeah, what I also really like, and what just turned out to be like very good in my opinion, or just which I was happy to notice that for some reason it coincidentally worked out really well, is that the part where you've got the hot tub actually ends up in sort of a private area where you've got like a football table just for friends, or maybe the boss or the people who know like the owner of the nightclub. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, that's just cool. They've got their own hot tub as well, which is maybe sort of realistic, I guess. So here I'm just continuing adding the rest of the wall paintings, and then yeah, this is the end of the 4th episode of the 6th of this series. So the next 2 episodes will be mainly or nearly entirely about the interior. So thank you for watching this episode. Please let me know what you think of it, and then I hope to see you back later.